Stand up there so she can show the relative size.
Heck yeah.
Can you reach the top? There you go.
I got you.
Have you ever been in a balloon?
No. I've never been in a hot air balloon. We did have a neighbor that owned one.
Really?
Yeah, but we never, his wife never got along with us, so we just said, no, that's okay. But yeah, actually it was, wasn't that similar to it? No, that one was the boxes one.
Yeah, I don't know what
I know, they have the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
What's wrong with this picture? Can you figure it out?
What is wrong with this picture, guys? He said there's something wrong with this picture. So what is wrong with this picture? If you know, make the comment down below.
Extra finger.
Extra finger is the answer, guys.
And this extra finger came from this hand.
Oh, really? So it looked like it went around the...
She probably did one of these.
So what was happening is the photographer wanted to get credit for this picture if anybody used it without his permission. And Clark did. And he happened to go through the show where it was displayed, and he said, "That's my picture." And of course, this was several years ago, but he got paid $1,000 for that picture. And if you look up here, this is a rather unusual aircraft.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew Sellers designed and built. Not this specific airplane. This was made from his plans by a high school class.
Oh,
But
cool.
He flew one like this in 1908, 5 years after the Wright brothers. And his was the first powered flight in the state of Kentucky.
And there is Matthew himself.
And if you look at it, you see it's got a lot of bamboo in it. This bamboo grows in Kentucky profusely. And bamboo is stronger per weight than steel.
Wow.
You look way up, what do you see under the top wing?
Yeah.
It's gas tank?
That's his fuel tank.
That is his fuel tank right there. Oh, wow.
That thing ain't floating very long.
Well, that's a 7 horsepower engine. So how big is the fuel tank on your lawnmower?
2 gallons.
That's how it is. 2 gallon.
He's also credited with the first working retractable gear airplane.
And this is the guy that owned this aircraft. There's the history on him.
So his landing on the skids was like having brakes or something. He started experimenting when he was 13 or 14 years old in 1883. And he started making kites bigger and bigger until a string wasn't enough. He had to use a rope. And once that rope had a pull of more than 200 pounds on it, he said, "I can fly." So he started as gliding. He'd get people to get him started at the top of the hill. He'd glide down the hill. And then eventually he put power to it.
Check the silver one out.
This silver airplane is a Stinson station wagon. It was considered a family airplane. Originally, this one was a fabric airplane, but according to the logbooks, they sent it back to the factory and they had this one metalized.
A little storage area.
Volunteers 2 years to
I thought that would be where the kids go, you know, because this was a family plane. I guess they had the back seat right here.
well, it was
Yeah, there's the back seat. There's the back seat.
West Virginia somewhere. Actually, 2 days ago, I had a person come through from the community where this was. He said, you can't get there from here.
They tell you that? It's true. I can't get there from here.
Right now I'm underneath a wing. There's a light that's going around and around and around. One's yellow, one's green. This is about the Matthew, him. It's all about him and his history. Here's a nice one. I like the color. Sort of like the color.
To use metal ailerons. And even though they metallized that Stinson, it has fabric ailerons.
Jukebox. This is a
This
jukebox.
beacon came out of Texas. It's an airway beacon used by the early airmail pilots to fly at night. They didn't have electronic navigation. So this had a cam in there that as it rotated, it would blink the light with Morse code for a letter of the alphabet.
Oh wow.
And therefore they knew how far they were along the airway. Here you can see what it looks like underneath the fabric.
We are so close. We are like nearly in the air.
These were World War I airplanes, fighter airplanes. But the Jenny with air or water-cooled engine, you can imagine how easy it would be to disable that one. Also, you see him with guns that are shooting, and there's a propeller in the way. So they put steel plate on the back of the propeller so you wouldn't shoot the propeller off. On this one, they had
It's all in the cam.
they did a cam,
And we could shoot between rotations.
but because that system would sometimes hiccup, they still had to use plates on the back of the propeller, but they made them in the shape of a V so that they would not come back on the pilot. Also notice the cylinders down below there. In this particular
It's just so
configuration,
much to see.
the cylinders turn
Here's some
with the
pictures
propeller.
on the wall.
And there's an example of that.
I mean, this is really neat, guys, because
Here in
this
Lexington,
is right next to an airport, and you can see hear the planes coming in and out, in and out, in and out.
manufactured here in Lexington. And of course, he had to prove it worked before he could sell it.
Yeah, jump out of the airplane.
Okay, looking at this, you can see that engine with the cylinders at the bottom.
Sorry, guys. That was me sneezing. I'm getting hot.
It's air cooled, but you can see where by the time you get to that back cylinder, things are getting kind of warm. So they came up with a radio design where all of them were up front to get the air cooling. And the firing order on this, here, it's going to skip this one, it's going to hit here, skip this one, now it's going to pick up this one, but skip that one, pick up this one, skip this one. Now we've done in 2 rotations, we've got all of them. It's a 4-cycle engine, so it's 2 complete rotations for the 4 cycles.
Awesome.
Now, how many cylinders do we have here?
5.
5's an odd number. When they tried it with even numbers, there were harmonics that made it vibrate too much. But they found when they went to an odd number, they didn't have those harmonics. However, look at this engine. It's 4,300 horsepower, but it had 28 cylinders. Well, 28's an even number. So how did they do that? Well, see, it's standard. Each journal has 7 cylinders. So it's 4 sets of 7. So that's how they kept the vibration from being bad. And this engine was used on many airplanes. Probably the most famous one is Spruce Goose.
Lost Mesa or also
And they still had a problem with the back cylinders. This one is a cutaway to let you see how they put those 7 cylinders on one journal. It also had a planetary transmission because the engine turned about 7 times faster than the car. And this, you've ever heard of Heathkit? Heard of it. Heathkit made, in the 50s, I remember putting together one of their crystal radios. But they also had a kit airplane. And these are all standard radio engines here. But this is the one I was telling you about.
Oh, cool.
This one's a 2-cycle engine. So this is a carburetor. So you had a fuel oil mixture, and the oil was castor oil, because castor oil would not mix with the fuel. At the top of each piston there's a valve, that's where the intake valve was. And then this is the exhaust valve. That one's in a good position. So I had full rod, got a push rod. But can you imagine, there's no intake manifold, there's no exhaust manifold, so there's no muffler. So you're sitting there behind it, but it's not just loud, it's stinky. Because you got all that castor oil and spent fuel coming back into there. And they tell me that's why the pictures in World War II, the pilot and missile observer in the back, and the observer was the exit plexiglass thing, so he could make the pictures and there's no armament, no movement. These were painted on all Allied aircraft in one night. They knew that there would have been radio messages back to Tokyo letting them know that there was a carrier out there. So 9 hours before time to take off, they took off, which meant they used more fuel than planned before they got to Tokyo.
I've seen the movie where they had to add fuel cans to each
Movies and the
plane
real
so they
life
can
thing
make it
is
to
two
target.
different things.
Not enough fuel to go anywhere else, but enough to do what they need to do.
Those that made it far enough inland in China were secreted by Chinese to a place that was safe for them. but those that only made it to the coast were either executed or prisoners of war.
This was 800 instead of 450 miles from Tokyo, and 10 hours earlier than planned.
It's one of their carriers.
In spite of a last-second
Those
change,
planes.
preparations went according to rehearsal.
Sorry about the glare, guys.
And there weren't no small aircraft either.
He just passed away
No,
recently.
in fact, you look at this propeller, that's actually came from one
Same
of
year
those
as my grandmother died.
I can tell you the size of that aircraft.
And this was an ornament in the
Now here are the Kentucky's veterans of World War II. Here are pictures of them.
He get his hands on it. That's the story. That bit of the story, how did he get his hands on one?
well,
And here's some more
one of the pilots.
pictures.
I mean, this family is related to one of those pilots.
Even that, but still, how did he get his hands on it? His family get it and end up here. That's the story. It's a unique story.
There was a lady.
But you know the military didn't give up a whole lot of stuff back then. Most people know the designs of everything.
Now, if you haven't seen one yet, you need to go back to the video and review number 1. Number 1, when we first come in the door, outside is a military plane. So I need you guys to go back to video 1 and see how you guys like it. And please hit like, subscribe, comment on this. And see if you want me to do more of this stuff. I'm sorry I'm not going to like cross the United States, but we had to come to Kentucky and we're exploring Kentucky, but we will be back in Ohio. Tomorrow or Friday, especially Friday. Definitely Friday. We will be going back to Ohio, and we will be doing something like this also in Dayton, Ohio.
This one they tell me actually probably came from the P-40. But they tell me it only has a single thing. If you look past that glass case there,
It looks like there's a swimming pool behind that, but it's not because it looks like a beach house. Well, here you go. And let me know if I'm going way too fast on these places. I'll see if I can slow up a little bit, you know. If I am, let me know. It's just I get nervous sometimes. But I am very hot right now and I need to get something to drink soon. But it's pretty cool.
this little blue airplane is unique. It's owned by a retired first grade teacher. Her husband built it for her. He was a dentist and a flight instructor. This was his second airplane. Took him 11 years to build it,
11 years. Wow.
and he built it
A
from
lot of mathematics behind
he built it from plans, not from kits. And as he would go through the plans,
He built this
for his
plane
next private
for his
construction,
wife.
He would buy the plans for this from Visa. But it's also, if you look under the wings, she had writing under the wings. And under this wing it says, what do you see there?
I can't tell. School.
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 And under the other wing it says stay in. Stay in school.
Stay in school. Yep. Hear that, kids? Stay in school. You'll learn a lot. Trust me. I wish I went to college. I mean, I'm even learning stuff here, you know. I'm ashamed of myself that I didn't go to college, kids.
And sawhorses, and he was covering the wings.
But yeah,
And then back here,
I don't see the other one that says stay in, you know. But this is what it says, yeah. If you could feel stay in school. There's the school. I don't see the stay in. I didn't even see it. See, I'm ashamed of myself. But yeah, kids, please stay in school. I mean, your success will be coming if you stay in school. Oh, cool. That's her birthday?
September 5th of 47.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
That's how you break it down.
yeah.
A lot of people won't figure that out. And it's
Alright guys, I'm going to end this video. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video. I know I am sweating like a pig in here. They didn't turn on the air conditioning. It's about 80 degrees right here right now in Lexington, Kentucky. So you guys, I'll catch you in the next video. And I'm hoping that you enjoyed this, and I hope you guys come and visit this place. I mean, this is a wonderful, this guy that is touring, guys, he's a wonderful gentleman, respectful, you know. I mean, give him a thumbs up on the tour. And you guys need to come and check this out. It is right at the airport on Lexington, Kentucky. So you need to come down and check it out. So you guys take care and have a wonderful day. Later.